Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Minecraft Hardcore. I've done a lot in the last month since I last uploaded. Um, not sure exactly everything that I have done and what I have shown off. But to start, I think this is new. Um, I gathered a bunch of uh, here. I'll actually turn on the shaders. I got a new shader because we updated and a bunch of my old shaders broke. Um, and so I found this new one that I really like. Um, Ignore that pile of netherrack. But so I built up the tower. It doesn't look great. I'll go into free cam just to show off the roof. The roof is not tall enough, and at some point I'm going to have to fix that. I'm kind of hoping that during like a thunderstorm or something, it just sort of catches on fire, so I don't have to deal with it. But it's built out of mangrove wood, and I really like that. Um, I'm just going to be sort of showing off everything that I built. And so over here, there there was a couple of villagers. I went to the village that is over in that direction. And I got a couple of villagers so I could build a villager breeder and then build a trading hall so I could get mending books. And then I got a mending villager, and now I have mending on all of my things. I also just last night when I was playing, I went to the Nether and started mining for ancient debris, so I can eventually upgrade to Netherite. I wasn't super successful. I got 2 ancient debris, um, and let me show off the trading hall here. Um, I realized that I don't really need a trading hall because really the only thing that I was looking for from villagers was a mending book because I already have all of the enchantments that I want. So I sort of built like half of this. Um, and I don't remember if I actually ended up recording. I kept going to record episodes, and then I just kept not recording, or I would record a little piece of it, and then I'd be like, I need to start over. Um, and then I got sick, so my voice is a little bit scratchy today. But so I've got a few villagers. None of them were bred. They were all just I just grabbed all of them from the village over there. Um, and I don't know if I will end up finishing this or if I will just abandon it forever. I think eventually I will plan to, but I don't really know what I want to do for the roof. I like how it turned out. I originally planned for it to be bigger, but then I realized I didn't need it to be bigger. And this has plenty of room for a lot of villagers if I ever intend to do that. And I think I want the copper to fully oxidize. But if not, I'm cool with that too. I will eventually get bees so I can uh, wax the copper, but that is not high on my list of priorities at the moment. But so here we've got Mending Villager. 18 emeralds for a book is not bad at all. And I had been gathering a lot of wheat, so I was looking for a farmer that traded with wheat, and this guy does. This is the second one that I went for. After I tried with this guy for a bunch of time, and he would only give me beetroots, and so I found some beetroots and traded with him a bunch. Then he unlocked pumpkins, and so I built a pumpkin farm. That was where we were at the beginning. Back down here um, is the pumpkin farm and beetroot, or not beetroot, pumpkin and sugarcane farm, so I can trade paper as well and make more books. It goes down quite a ways. Usually by the time I've harvested already, a couple more have grown, which is nice. Um, but yeah, this is at 5 pumpkins per emerald. It's not bad. I might want a couple more villagers because I think it's I almost get too many pumpkins. Like if I were to wait, and wait for everything to grow and then just spend a couple hours like AFKing, um, it would like overtake the amount that I need. Like the villager wouldn't be able to trade fast enough because his trade would end up blocking before I get the chance. But down here is just a little path down to our skeleton farm because I didn't realize, but this skeleton spawner. We're gonna go into free cam here. If we go up, like straight up, this is the pit directly under my house. And so in the pit, like this pit here, I dug just so I could get the stone bricks for the the first floor of this house, and then about like I dug down to here, and then about three, about 5 to 10 blocks below is our skeleton spawner, which is I think that's kind of crazy. The fact that I was 5 blocks away and didn't notice it um, originally, and then I just noticed it when we were in this cave down a few blocks down here. Um, but so yeah. What else have I done aside from an absurd amount of mining? Like I got enchantments on all my tools. I don't know if I ever ended up going over that or if that was just implied, but I've got efficiency 5 on the fortune pick and on the silk touch pick. I've got sharpness 5 and looting 3 and sweeping edge 3 on the sword. Efficiency 4 and breaking 3. I'd like to get efficiency 5 on the axe at some point, and then same with the shovel. I don't think it matters with the shovel though. I've also got a diamond hoe somewhere that I'd like to put fortune on. I think that's good for like um XP and stuff from the what is the word I'm looking for? Skulk. I've also got this horse here. He's not very good. He's not particularly fast. He's faster than all the other horses nearby, but it's not like like they're all pretty slow. So at some point I'll probably do some breeding here. Um, but yeah, I've been really enjoying the like the VHS vibe shader. I don't know how well it looks in the video or if it is just causing all kinds of massive like compression and stuff. I think it looks good though. And I'll find out when this gets uploaded to YouTube, how it looks on YouTube, because I feel like YouTube's compression is going to kill it. Oh, I also built this this little sheep farm here. It's still a work in progress, but it's just so I can make beds. It was for so I can make beds for the villager trading. Um, there was something that I was going to do today, but I don't remember what it was. I think actually it might be a good time to go out and figure out what our next plans are, because this starter base is almost complete, I'd say. Um, and I don't think I'm gonna add too much more to it at this time. Um, Also stairs here just go all the way up. There's not much going on here. I think there's a copper golem somewhere up here. I ran out of mangrove wood, so I didn't build all of the floors. But just stairwell going all the way to the top. I think it's like 70 blocks tall, maybe like 67. Yep. Are you? Oh no, you're not a statue. You're cool. You're just chilling. I tried to. I set up a super smelter, and by super smelter I mean those not super smelters. Just I'm gonna jump down. I set up these smelters here, which are one's just regular furnace, one's blast furnace. Um, it's made a lot of coal for me. There's not a ton left, but so I got a bunch of iron. And then I had a ton more copper, but I used all of that in the trading hall. And so I wanted to mess around with the copper golems and get them to like take the sugarcane when I was doing sugarcane down here and just put them into like these chests. But it kept throwing the sugarcane into this empty chest here instead of going to the chest where there was sugarcane. I don't think there are any here now. But because it kept doing that, I just got rid of the copper chest and said, "All right, you can go. I don't need you anymore." And so that is all she wrote about that. Still got cows, all just hanging out. But it's about to be nighttime, so we can sleep here momentarily. And then I think we're gonna venture out in that direction. Let me screenshot my coordinates. And then we can go figure out where we want to settle our next base. Actually, I think I want to bring some obsidian with me, so I can come back to the Nether if I want to, because I don't have any like super fast modes of transportation. Because I haven't uh I haven't improved upon my horses. Um, do I have? I don't think I have obsidian. I could go get some though. Yeah, let's go get some obsidian, and then we'll sleep, and then we'll mark the Nether coordinates, and then we'll head out. I think there's some obsidian or lava down this way. Do I have a water bucket? Yes, I do. But yeah, as you can see, I've done a large amount of mining. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Water. Alrighty. Now we can head back up. Okay. Let's see. Do I have flint and steel somewhere? I should. I've got a bunch of flint in my inventory, but let me just drop off anything that I don't need. I'm gonna put the ancient debris in here, so don't forget about it. Flint and steel. I don't see any, but that's okay. We can just... Oh, it's right there. There we go. We got flint and steel. And we've got... We're gonna put away the pumpkins. I should probably keep the stone on me, but I'm not gonna. I'll just take a stack of cobble in case I need building blocks. And then I also want to bring a bed. Do I have my shears on me? I don't think I do. Two wool right there. Shears. I prefer not to craft them because I know I have them somewhere. Have I looked past them 12 times? It's likely. We're gonna look again. There's one wool right there and orange dye. We can make a bed with that. Okay, orange bed. And we should be all set to go now, I think. Let me just make sure that I have everything I want. I've got bed for sleeping. I've got a few building blocks. And then I've got wood. I've got obsidian for another portal. And my shears are in my inventory. That's great. I don't need the leather. And I don't need the shears either. But so let's head off around the back here and through the forest. I think at some point in the next couple of weeks, I will probably go and um, deal with the Ender Dragon, like gathering Ender Pearls and finding the stronghold and doing Eyes of Ender and all that. Um, I don't think I'm gonna end up building like a big Enderman farm this time around. I don't remember. I don't remember if I ever got around to it in the last season or in the last world. I think I did. And it at this point it's probably not super worth it. Because I do use bones and I'll probably use bone blocks for building, and I've got the skeleton spawner, and that's efficient enough. Um, and I don't think that I'll need XP for much more. I know there's a couple of like extra tools, like there's tridents, and I think they just added like the spear or something. I haven't messed around with any of the new update stuff in a long time. Um, I don't really know anything about it. Oh, I'm gonna go back over to here and just mark where was our base at? Where's the giant tower in the sky? Is it over here? How did I how did I already get ridiculously lost? I know that jungle. What is that? Big cave. Okay. Let me turn around. Was it this way? No, there's desert over there though. How did how did I lose my base already? I probably have the coordinates saved already, but I don't want to get fully lost forever if I can avoid it. Oh, dark oak forest. Where did my base go? I just wanted to mark the coordinates so I don't get lost later. Because I meant to let me just turn around and go back real quick. Um because I would also like to mark the coordinates of the nether portal. I guess I can actually let me just check. I'll tab out and check the check my screenshots folder. Okay, so I do have the coordinates of the 1500. Where am I at right now? This way. Oh, it's showing my local position. Yeah, but I need to find the coordinates of the nether portal so that way I can find my way back through the nether. So I do need to head back. Did I just get ridiculously turned around somehow? Yeah, because there's the tower. I thought this was the way that I was running. I could just be wrong. But let's head to the nether so that way I can just check the coordinates. My better F3 mod unfortunately broke in the update because it looks like they did a bunch of updates with how F3 works. Like you can customize everything that's shown on there by pressing F3 and F6. So I've got coordinates shown, I've got the biome shown, like FPS, and then local difficulty because that shows what day it is. And next stop, Nether portal. I think lightning struck there. I did record a pretty cool time lapse of like just the tower here, and then it was just like 25 minutes of just like peaceful sitting, I guess. But I thought it was nice and cozy. Let me head through the portal real quick. Okay, got a screenshot of our coordinates. So now we can head back out. And we can turn off F3. But yeah, most of the mods, because there was an update. So I had just updated to 120. What version are we on now? Like one We're on like 121.10. I think I just updated to that one, and then 121.11 came out, and then they announced that they're changing how the naming conventions work, which I had forgotten about, or which I was not aware of. Um, and so I've just been mostly just waiting to update, or I had been waiting to update until my mods fix themselves, but I got impatient after like a week. I was like, I might as well just go for it. They probably updated, and then like half of them hadn't. So I don't have my borders windowed mode, which is unfortunate, um, because that one hadn't been updated for a couple of years, I think, but it was just still working for the most recent version, and it finally ended up breaking with this one. I feel like there were a lot of mod changes that broke a bunch of things. Um, so I had a few things that just weren't working, which is fine. I'm sure they'll be updated at some point. But so I've got a different free cam mod now. Um, and I think I just changed a couple of things. I installed the replay mod. I don't know how useful it'll be to me. I want to try out the flashback mod, but that one's not updated either. So hopefully that gets updated soon. Um, I think in the future I will do less big updates to, or I'll do more waiting. I'll actually like wait a few weeks before updating to the whatever version is. I'm gonna mark this because this is desert. At least a tiny desert, just space with a decent amount of sand. What is this music? I like this music. I will sleep here momentarily. I think it'll probably change now that I just slept, but oh no, it didn't. Cool. Never heard this track before, and I'm a fan. Oh, I like whatever's happening up ahead. Is there like ice spikes on the right? Or is that just a fog? It's no. Ooh, that looks like that could be fun to build on. I don't know what I would do with it, but that's definitely a contender right there. I'm picturing something aggressively vertical for no good reason. Um, and that would be a good spot for that. Or like I could build some like floating islands with bridges connecting them, or like slime block launchers, or just like eventually I'll get wings. I need coordinates. Okay. It is in a savanna, I think, which is unfortunate. I don't love the grass in the savanna biomes. I guess it doesn't look too bad. And I can get rid of the acacia trees. And we got a swamp right here. Interesting. But I think like in lieu of making an Enderman farm, I'd much rather build a creeper farm. Um, I got I finally finished with the creeper farm in the last world right before I died of the wither. I will probably kill a wither before I uh before I start building anything massive, because I don't want to, and I will not be as reckless as I was with it this past time around. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier than it was, but if you, I think if you just don't fight it underground, it has a lot of trouble. It will just consistently fly above your head, um, and so you can't really get away from it in order to shoot at it. Let's build a boat. Oh, looks like my fast leaf decay also broke in the recent update. I'll have to update that. Data packs are kind of obnoxious to update. Oh, did it? No, it is broken. Boat. Oh, there's the Nautilus things. I don't know how those work. I think you need a saddle for them. But that's cool. I saw, I was watching, I think it was Hermitcraft. And they were messing around with those, and they look cool. A cool like underwater steed. I've done a little bit of underwater building, and I think it would be fun to do some of that. Is that a mushroom island? I might have to build there. There's also a shipwreck over there. Oh, and oh, I'm not going over there because that's a guardian temple. I'm going to screenshot that because that's a nice thing to have. Because that's like close to the surface, but nothing can spawn on here. But I'll have to get a couple mushrooms just because they're fun and quirky, and I could transport them wherever I want. But there are a couple of like structures over here, like underground, that I can see. Let's go explore the mushroom island. I don't know that I've ever like found one of these naturally, like without having a seed before. Look at that, we got some mushrooms. Hey, buddy. Uh, Screenshot coordinates. I should probably like write this stuff down so I remember that there's things here. I will never get over how much I like the lower sides from the Vanilla Tweaks pack. It makes everything look better. I feel like, um, because I've got it on the grass and the podzol and the mycelium and just everything. Because I don't love how it brown, like the sides of grass blocks make everything look. And I don't like the if you do like the full sides as opposed to the lowered sides, then it's just like such a stark contrast or like a very steep drop off. Like it's just immediate. And I don't love that as much. But I do like the lowered sides. I will never. Is that another Guardian Temple over there? That's insane. Okay, so we marked the coordinates and like we know what way we're facing south. It shows, so we can see both of those. That's two Guardian temples that we've discovered. I think like those were not the same ones as far as I'm aware, unless I got aggressively turned around. There's a shipwreck there. I'm gonna go for that one unless there's another Guardian temple right there. All right, let's go check this out. I'm gonna turn off the shader for this. This is very dark in here. Buried treasure map. We got some smithing templates. Nice. Do we have another chest right here? Yes, we do. Piece of paper. I don't need carrots. I don't need a fire protection leather helmet. Let me just make sure there's nothing else in there that I want. Yeah, it's just paper and feathers. Nice. Is that a dolphin? I think it was. Yeah, there's a dolphin right here. Hey, buddy. Ooh, ooh. Real fast. Okay, let me make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, just positive Z is where we're, the direction we're heading. There's something over there, I think, sticking out. I'm not sure what it is, though. We'll turn the shaders back on. Oh, hey, another Nautilus guy. Should have brought a saddle. I don't think that's a Guardian Temple. That's something, though. Is it? Is that a Guardian Temple again? Is that a third Guardian Temple? Or is that just... What is that? Well, we'll find out when we get close. When we see... Oh, yep, I see an Elder Guardian in there. Like, right there. Oh, yeah, we should not be here. I don't need mining fatigue. We got a couple more Nautilus guys, and then there's... Those magma blocks, or is that lava? Yeah, it's magma blocks. Let's see if we got any... Oh, I don't see a chest down here with the ruin portal. There's a gold block, but I don't really need that. Let's head back up. Then, if we can, let's not get sucked back down. Uh, positive Z. Cool. Looks like we've got ourselves a landmass of some variety. There's like an above ground shipwreck there. It's about to be nighttime, so I'll get on here and then sleep, and then we'll go check out that shipwreck. Doesn't look like there's much going on this island here. Let me just pop up. Yeah, it is just an island. There's snow stuff over there, which is cool. Yeah, just tiny, tiny little island here. Got some more of the Nautilus guys over there. And there's some more. There's another landmass over there. We'll get closer to there and see if it's just an island or if it is more than that. Because I think I want to build on like a continent type place. Copper Nautilus armor, cool. Another buried treasure map. And then moss. I will take that. I'll take the gunpowder. Take the wheat. I'll drink some suspicious stew when I get hungry. Why not? Uh, landmass. Let's go check that out. There's another one over there as well. I like these like gravel shores, gravel and stone as opposed to sand. I don't mind it. Ooh, roses. I'm going to take those because those make, I believe they make unlimited red dye if you just bone meal them. Is this just more island or is it bigger than that? I think it's just more island. Forest. I think there's a bee up there. Yep. Hey bee. Pretty big island. I like the contrast of the forest with the like stone areas. I should probably be picking up some of this copper if I ever plan to build with it, but I'm not too concerned with that at the moment. Oh, is that ice spikes or is that it's just a shader that makes everything far away look like ice spikes. No, it's just um regular area. There's a couple more islands over this way as well. I'm gonna head back to the boat and then we can check out the one that was over there. The boat was down here somewhere. Where did I leave it? Am I gonna have to make another one? It's entirely possible. It also might just be on this edge of the shore. Yep, there it is. Okay. This over here looks like a much larger landmass. It might actually be like a full continent. Yeah, it looks like it. It's going up a ways over in this direction. Is that a village over this way? I see. No, it's just sunflowers, I think. Which I will take. I will take a few sunflowers. We got a ravine. Let's not fall in there and we'll just go around. Hey, horses. We got another coast here. Little river going through. And that looks like it's a village over there. We'll go check that. We'll go check out the village. Oh, and it's raining. Yeah, we got mobs spawning, so I'm gonna sleep through it because it's a thunderstorm. As much as I like the vibes, I'm not trying to get myself killed here. Not that I think I couldn't handle some mobs, but we're going for more chill vibes today. I don't really know what that's for. Probably nothing. If I right click on it and it places a torch. I kind of want to take all of the wheat from this village, but also sounds like it would take a while. I got some villagers here. Leather workers. We've got 3 leather workers right here. Cool. I'll take your bread. I probably will end up actually needing to build a villager breeder if I ever want to like build with iron. Which I probably will at some point, but we're not at that level yet. I will take the smithing table because one of my next goals is netherite. I'll need that. I don't think I've ever actually crafted one of these. I don't know if you can. I will happily take some emeralds and some apples. I don't think I have potatoes yet. I probably do, but not that I can actually think of. And I think that was pretty much it of the village. We got some more forest. It sounds like there's a lava pool going through here. Probably should have brought some bundles if I'm just picking up random stuff. I've got plenty of pumpkins, so I'm not going to stop for those. If I see like a big like forested mountain area, I think I would go with that. Cuz I like the forest vibes, and I also really like I want to build with height. I don't want it to be flat, and I don't want to have to build a bunch of terrain. Oh, there's a jungle, which is not what we're looking for. And then it looks like there's more ocean over here on the left. Looks like the little continent here is starting to peter out. Unless I feel like, oh, maybe, yeah, it looks like it, because there's more jungle over there. You have like a big beach here. Oh, we got some turtles. I don't really know how the turtles work. Um, I feel like most of my knowledge of this game predates like 2015. Like I used to, like when I was in middle and high school, I uh, I followed updates around the game a lot more than I do now. Because I felt like they were a lot less frequent and they were a lot bigger They were like, what if we just overhauled the entirety of combat? Like 1.9, because I think 1.9 was combat update and like Elytra and Nether or End update. I think those were the same update. I'm not sure. Did I did save my boat. Amazing. Hello, dolphin. Let me just make sure I'm going in the right direction still. I am. I'll probably want to head this direction because then I don't have to worry about the X coordinate as much. Because we've traveled a ways already. And this is where at. I think our starter base is at like 0, 1500, and so we've traveled 4500 blocks in the Z direction. Ooh, hello. What is this? My guess is a savanna, because I think those are acacia trees over there. And there's a forest, like an oak forest on the left. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna. Oh, cherry blossoms. I might build in the cherry blossom biome. Cherry blossoms are fun. Okay, we got a bunch of kelp here. Is there something happening below that caused all of this kelp to come to the surface? It looks like all this gravel fell and caused the kelp to come up to the top. Interesting. Because the magma block like pulled it down or something. I'm not really sure. Or like caused an update or something probably. But let's head up here. It doesn't look like it's a huge cherry blossom biome. Which is unfortunate, but we can get some cherry trees, which I will happily do. I like the way the cherry logs look and the cherry planks and all of it. I'm not a big fan of chopping down the bigger trees like this, but I am a big fan of the way they look when they're just planted. So I don't mind them as much. I hate the giant oak trees. They are not my friends. Can I just move over here a little bit without? Is there any more? No, it looks like I got it. And these aren't nearly as tedious to chop down as the big oak trees. I think that's probably like one of my harshest criticisms of this game is specifically the big oak trees. Okay, we've got a couple saplings. That should be plenty. Go ahead and move on then. Oh, my inventory's starting to get full, which is unfortunate. Bundles would be a big help in this instance. Okay, looks like we got some more cherry trees over here. And look at, I like this cove right here. This might be the place. I think we found it, friends. Like building this little cove right here, or and on the side of this mountain, or even like in this ravine. But look at this view. That's beautiful. I might have to go with this. I don't love that there's a birch forest right there, but that can be fixed. That can be changed. I also don't love the savannah right there, but again, that can be fixed. Not the the grass, but the trees for sure. Let's head over here and look at it from a different angle. But I could also do some underwater building. Um, it probably would be extremely tedious because I don't know that I want to fight the those guardian temples that I found yet to get sponges. But I'm picturing like a bunch of like at the bottom of this lake here, um, just putting like some glass. Oh man, it just keeps getting better. Let me turn up my render distance. I'll turn off the shaders just to get a look at it. Yeah, it looks, and oh, and we got more cherry blossoms way over there. Oh, yeah, this is. I'm not entirely sure the exact place where we're going to be building here, but we're definitely building in this area. Like cliff sides is is one of my top places, and like just building in that little area, like little pirate cove type thing. That that is very appealing to me. You know, I swear I haven't eaten in a while. I probably have, but I keep meaning to eat this suspicious stew. But I don't know if I've gotten hungry. I think in there. I'm trying to think this out as the best way to start going about this because we're here now, and now we have to get decent transportation over to our main area, our starter area, because that'll have transport and that's where our skeleton spawner is and all of that. Um, and so I'm trying to think of I need to build the nether portal somewhere, and I'd like it not to move because I don't want to move it ever. But if I put the nether portal in there, I think that would be okay because that won't be our main area where we hang out probably. We might build like some sort of structure on top of this cliff, and then have like a drop down. So let's head down into there and see what we're working with. Because we will do a little bit of digging into this cave here, or cove. Let's place down some torches. Do I have torches? Did I bring torches? Yes, they're in my offhand. Let's just light this up a little bit. I'll probably replace these lanterns, maybe. I think they have copper lanterns now, right? Is that a thing? And then maybe we'll just put like a little dock right here. Let me get some more oak wood here from this. And my inventory is full. That's great. Um, for now, I think right here, maybe like a 5x5 area right here. Or like we'll start with like a 3x3 tunnel. I think I'll expand it further later, but we'll go in maybe like 5 more blocks, maybe 10. We'll see. We'll see how it looks when I'm going through. I'll go 5 more. Okay, so now I'm going to dig out just a little hidey hole here where I can put a couple chests and crafting table because I don't have a ton of space. I am going to just turn all of this into chests. Okay, let's put all of this junk away. I need the wood. I'll keep the boat. Let me go pick up all this stuff now before it despawns. And then right here we'll put our nether portal. Put the flint and steel away. Right, yeah, there it is. I can never find it. Okay, so we're gonna mark this. And let me do some quick math here. Quick piece of paper. Come on. Okay, so we're at negative 1348x. Okay. Overworld. Nether. Okay, Y64 isn't super important because that doesn't shift too much. Z is 7193. Now we're going to divide negative 1348 by 8. Calculator, because I don't need to do that in my head. 8, 168, negative 168, negative 169. We'll put 0.5 because that's what it is. Then 64, we'll keep that. And then 7193 over 8 is 899.125. That's just 899. Okay. There we go. Now let's head in and we'll move the portal to the coordinates that I just said out loud. Did something change? I mean, mobs are spawning. Difficulty hard. And I haven't eaten in a while. Like, I feel like something's bugged. Okay, so negative 158, so we're 10 blocks off in the X direction. And then right on the money in the... That's close enough to what it's supposed to be that I'm just going to leave it where it is. I'm not even going to move the portal. However, so now let me pull up the coordinates of the starter base. I'm going to write them down so I don't have to keep tabbing out. Okay, so it's 2, positive 2, 174 Z, and then 75Y. Okay, so now we can close out of that. Okay, so we need to head this direction in the X and then this direction in the Y. And I don't love where we're at in terms of mobs, or not mob spawning, but just like safety. Not falling down everywhere. I will just head up here and dig into that over there. This is a decent spot for Enderman to spawn, though, over in the blue, as far as I'm aware, though. Hopefully I have enough blocks where I can get there and then use netherrack for the rest of the building. Okay, we'll run over this way. There's an Enderman right there. I'm not going to deal with killing him now because that involves jumping all the way down there. My block numbers are limited at the moment. Okay, so we need to get, we're on the x-axis right now, so we need to get to positive 2. We gotta go about 100 blocks in this direction, and then down by 6 blocks at some point. But that is much less of a concern at the moment. My shader still on? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, I don't want to use that in the Nether because it makes everything terrible in the Nether. Oh, hello. I like this area here. What do we got over here? Oh, we got some of the weird trees. We'll just fill this in for now. About 30 more blocks. Okay. So now we need to head this way. About 700 blocks. Okay. I'm just gonna put another rack in my offhand now. Okay, I'm just gonna cover this. I want the path to be relatively safe if possible. This, however, not very safe. The goal is no ghasts. I'm not even gonna bother blocking that up at the moment. I should, but I just want to get there. And I probably don't want to build like defensive structures out of netherrack in the end. Not the end dimension, but as like final. Now I wish I had a hoe. I believe that's what's good on those. The nether wart blocks here. Uh, you know, just when I think we're gonna get a good chunk of netherrack to dig through, it just becomes more of this every time. All right, I'm gonna let me check something. Just real quick. I'm trying to find out information on the bug tracker because I've not eaten in a while. Uh, Minecraft bug tracker. This is in Spanish. Uh, I'm not seeing anything on there. So actually, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run to the bathroom, fill up my water, and I will be right back. Where's the button? There we go. I just realized I've been muted for a while. Give me 1 second. After I came back from the break. However, uh, gas. And there's the portal right there. And there's a skeleton in full gold armor. And my hunger still isn't I just saw my hunger bar shake. Okay, there we go. It is going down. I don't know what the deal is. I restarted the world when I was gone. Jump boost from the suspicious stew. Hey, buddy. You want to do me a favor and let me return to sender you while I'm... Actually, this is probably a terrible place to do it because I'm guessing there is quite a bit of... There. I'm guessing there are no blocks under me. Where did he go? Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. Send it. Send it over here. Hey. That could have been worse. I'm not gonna lie, that could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. Dried gas. Give me that. So yeah, that could have been a lot worse. But we made it out. We're still alive, and we're finally able to eat. Listen, Buster. Can you shoot another gas deer at me? Another fireball at me, please, so I can hit you with it. No, you're just gonna go. Where did I land at initially? Because I had to do a lot of running. So it would, the coordinates would have been 2. Where did I come across that? My goodness. Oh, now you're shooting things at me. I see how it is. Okay, not cool, dude. You at least get better. And can I actually hit it back at you, please? Now I'm on fire. I don't like the way that you pick your range. So we're going to X1 or 2 or similar. Oh, yeah, that's right up there. Okay. This is probably a bad idea. Don't try this at home. Okay, it's not a skeleton. And just despawned, which is really good. If we hear a gas shoot at us, we run. Otherwise, I think we're safe. I might have to kill a couple of piglins, but that is not an issue at all. Look at that, we made it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I bet you wanted to fight, didn't you? Well, we are now back safe and sound in our starter base. And with that, I think we're gonna end the stream there. I think we got a lot done today. We went for an hour and a half about. Um, but yeah, I've shown off all of the things that I've done, which is good because now I can stop worrying about that. Hopefully I'll play more than once, like a month though, or record and or stream more than once a month, and then I don't have 1,200 different things that I'm doing that all look like they took an absurd amount of time. How long have I played in this world so far? Um, we are at uh time with world open 1.12 days. So we're about what's 0.1 days? Is that 2.5 hours? So we're at like 26 hours looks like, and that includes any AFK time. And there was a decent amount while like repairing gear and gaining levels for enchanting because enchanting took forever. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.